Hello, my name's Leonora, and this is my City of Lost Souls book review. Now, this book was not as bad as the previous book, City of Fallen Angels, but it's still not as good as the whole Clockwork trilogy. There isn't really anything that I can say about this book that won't spoil it for people who haven't read the rest of the Mortal Instruments series, so if you haven't read that, go read them, and if you like them, you want to know more about City of Lost Souls, come back. If you have read all of them, but you don't want to be spoiled for the rest of the book, this is still totally safe. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys just yet. So City of Lost Souls continues following Clare. At the end of the last book, Jace has vanished, and he's now like Sebastian's BFF, and they're just doing stuff, and Clare is trying to find Jace because he's the love of her life. The beginning of the book is definitely kind of slow and cheesy, but the end of the book really sees the pace picking up, so it's definitely entertaining. It's, way better than the previous book, but still not as good as Cassandra Clare can be. And I'm saying that because I've already read Clockwork Princess, and that was really good. So from now on, I'm just gonna go full spoilery mode because it sort of has a bit of like a mystery feel, and so you get, as the plot goes along, you learn new things about the story, so I'll see you later if you haven't already read it, and let's talk about what happened in the book. So just quick recap. Clare goes to look for Jace. Clare finds Jace and Sebastian just hanging out. She wonders if maybe all that bad stuff is going on, but then, she always has her doubts. But mostly she just kisses Jace a lot. Meanwhile, there's like a bunch of drama going on, back in New York, with trying to figure out how to like sever Jace and Sebastian from each other. So this is going to be a really quick book review because I'm just going through these really fast, and I've already read this and read Clockwork Princess, and I'm on to City of Heavenly Fire, and I just want to get this out of the way. But of course, the elephant in the room when you're talking about this book is what happens between Sebastian and Clare at the end. Sebastian definitely has some problems. Clare, I don't get why everybody's so interested in Clare. I mean, obviously she's pretty, even if she's constantly going, but I'm not pretty, but I'm not pretty, I'm not pretty, guys. But if you've got two guys really into you and one of them's your brother, yeah, there's something about you, and it isn't your brains, because most sane people don't just go, my boyfriend has been ejected. I will take this ring, which I know nothing about, to communicate with my best friend, and impulsively go after him, because that is what smart girls do. However, in terms of Clare character development, if you've seen any of my other Mortal Instruments reviews, you know that I get really annoyed that she just does nothing. She sits there in the climaxes and goes, oh no, look at all the people stabbing each other, what's gonna happen to me? But in this one, she actually, stabs things and fights, and I loved the scene where, they're in some sort of, second-hand shop for, weird evil stuff, and she just, there's this passage where she's described as just sort of, sliding over, a counter and just full-on stabbing a demon, and I was just like, you go, Clare, go, Clare, go, Clare, stab the thing, it's all good. Also, another thing that I'm really sort of feeling about this whole second part of the Mortal Instruments series is that, whenever Cassandra Clare's just there, well, the plot's dragging a little, she just goes, we can have somebody passionately make out. That's how we make the plot not drag. And on the one hand, I always feel Clare and Jace, but on the other hand, it's sort of like a cheap out of actually finding a way to make the plot feel urgent. And a lot of people, I feel, just keep on going, less because they want to know how the plot plays out, and, will the world actually be saved from the evil that is Sebastian Morgenstern, or will Clare and Jace just, kiss and have wonderfully good times in wonderfully descriptive language? And I feel like that is definitely one of the weaknesses of Cassandra Clare's books. Don't get me wrong, I still really enjoyed these books. I still think that this was a lot better than City of Fallen Angels, but it is a constant problem. Another thing that I think that I should bring up is Simon and Isabel. The whole idea that, drinking somebody's blood is attractive, I do not get it. It just does not make sense to me, because we have learned that, once you drink somebody's blood, you can sort of exercise a bit of control over them. So, we're obviously sort of, ignoring that in this situation, but it just seems too weird, and that was too much for me. One thing that I did really like is that vampire, Maureen, who's just, little girl being crazy, because we don't see a lot of her in this book, but I just loved every single time that they mentioned her, because, god damn it, I love it when children are acting like demons and terrible people. It's just so much creepier than adults and teenagers acting like terrible people. So, yeah, she's definitely, something that every single time I hear about her, I go, you've got a little girl running the most powerful vampire clan in New York. You go, New York. You're good at citying. And by that, I mean, the verb of to city. Anyway, so my final thoughts are, it's definitely a lot better than City of Fallen Angels. If you read City of Fallen Angels and you're going, well, that was just so bad, I don't know if I want to go on with this series, I would definitely recommend that you continue with City of Lost Souls, just because it is a lot better, but it is still plagued with a lot of problems that you constantly find in Cassandra Clare books, like over-romancing. I don't know if that's a thing, but it is a thing now. Too much romance. But hey, at least Clary gets to kick ass, and we have a very good reason to hate Sebastian. Just the whole scene with him and Clary at the end. Just, please, Jace, set that boy on fire and let him burn. Anyway, I will see you very soon with my Clockwork Angel review. And thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, you could always like it or give me a comment. And I hope you have a good day. That sounded really weird. Bye!